Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of SEDA College Online Live. This is our advanced class, and I am your teacher, Lydia. I'm so happy you guys are here with me. As usual, I want to remind you to make sure you put questions in the comments and things for me to interact with you. I'm always here to answer your questions, and it's what makes my job so exciting, and what I love to do is interact with you guys, my students. So please ask me questions, put your answers in the comments to my questions that I ask you to do, and make sure you're ready to go. So what do you need? You probably need your notebook to make your notes. You want to make sure you have like a highlighter or a pen or something. Maybe you want a coffee or some water. I'm not sure what you guys like to drink, but whatever it is, make sure you have it with you when you need it, and let's get going. Let's get this show on the road, as we say. Okay, so this week we've been talking about conditionals. We talked about future tenses because somebody asked me the week before about future tenses, so I wanted to put that in there for you guys. Last week we talked about reading techniques. Like, we've got all kinds of great stuff coming up. Excuse me. But actually, no, today we're talking about future tenses. Yesterday we talked about conditionals. But I want to know what you guys want. I mean, I have plans going forward, but if there's anything that you guys are interested in, any grammar points that stump you, any vocabulary that you really want to learn, let me know, because I can work it into my lessons. I can do that easily for you. I would love to do that for you because it helps when I have your feedback. So get on the comments, guys. Tell me what it's all about. Say hello. Introduce yourself if you can. And yeah, let's get this show on the road, guys. Let's do this. Okay. Future tenses. We have 3 different types that we're talking about today. Future perfect, future perfect continuous, and questions in future tenses. Because sometimes you're like, okay, I learned how to use this normally, but how do I ask a question? So I wanted to make sure I covered questions for you guys, okay? All right, future perfect. Number 1. What is future perfect? Well, some of you might already know, but it's talking about the future, so it's not now, it's not the past. Whenever we see the word perfect in English grammar, we need to remember the verb have. The verb have will be involved one way or the other with a perfect tense. So make sure that you associate the verb have with perfect. Okay? We use future perfect to say that something will have already happened before a specific point in time in the future. So say you're talking about tonight. You would say, tonight I will have already had my lunch, because usually you have lunch in the middle of the day, right? Not at night. Tonight I will have already had my lunch. Okay, so will plus have plus the past participle makes the future perfect. All right, that makes the future perfect. So let's say this together. Will plus have plus past participle. And what's the past participle? Well, if it's a regular verb, it's going to be an ed ending in a simple past, okay? So if it's walk, walked. But irregular verbs have really strange past participles. For example, swim could be swam. We talked about that yesterday. Swam. Swim, swam, swum. Okay? Swam is the simple past. Swum is the past participle. Swim, swam, swum. We'll have swum. I think it's swam, swam, actually. But anyway, swim is an irregular, and it's very strange. So sometimes it's okay if you need to look up your past participles, because it's hard to remember all of them. I just remember what sounds right to me. And then even I question that sometimes, because I'm always trying to explain it to my students and dissect the grammar. So I even question myself sometimes, and then I go, no, gotta trust my instincts. So I have to tell you guys the same thing. If you're an advanced level in English, You have good instincts. You already know a lot about English. Try not to be so hard on yourself. Don't stop yourself and second guess yourself. When I'm correcting tests or exams, one of the things that I see all the time is a student has written a correct answer and then thought, no, maybe I'm wrong about that, because they're being too self-critical and they erase that correct answer and put a wrong answer. So go with your first gut feeling, your first instinct, and trust that, guys, because you know what you're doing. So let's review again. Future perfect. We use future perfect to say that something will have already happened before a specific point of time in the future. Will plus have plus past perfect. Okay, let's look. What's next? Future perfect 2. We're going to see the formula again. Will plus have plus past participle. And I'm going to give you some context for our example. So the movie will start before you arrive at the cinema. The movie starts at 8 p.m. It takes 15 minutes to get to the cinema from your house. The movie will have started before you arrive at the cinema. Okay? The movie starts at 8 p.m. And I forgot to add, it's 8 p.m. now. Okay, it takes 15 minutes to get to the cinema from your house. So by the time you get to the cinema, it will be 8:15. The movie will have started before you arrive at the cinema. I mean, I know there's usually previews and stuff, so maybe at 8:15 the movie will be started. Just the actual movie could get there at perfect time. But let's just say that it definitely will have already started before you get there. All right, we'll say you're going to get it's 8:15 now, and the movie started at 8. You're not going to get there until 8:30. You're definitely going to miss the first 15 minutes of the movie. So the movie will have started before you arrive at the cinema. That point in time that you arrive in the cinema, the movie will have already started. All right. Future perfect continuous. What is future perfect continuous? We use future perfect continuous to show that something will continue up until a particular point in time in the future. So until, what does that word mean? Until means that something's going to continue, and that point in the future, it's going to be continuing, even then. Okay? Will plus have plus been. So that's the past participle of verb be, plus the gerund, the ing form. So at 8:15, we will have been watching the movie for 15 minutes. What is future perfect continuous continued? Will plus have plus been plus gerund. Okay, that formula that we just saw. Context. He was told he would meet the band at 6:30 p.m. And now, it says add, but I meant and. Now, at 8:30, he is being told, that should be he is being told that the band is almost ready to see him. So he was told he would meet the band at 6:30 p.m. Let's say it's after a concert, okay? And this guy bought some VIP tickets. He was told that he was going to meet the band at 6:30 p.m. And now, at 8:30 p.m., he's being told that the band is almost ready to see him. Divas. That's what I say. So, if he meets them any time after now being 8:30, he will have been waiting for more than 2 hours. Will have been waiting. Okay, future perfect continuous. Will plus have plus been plus the gerund of the verb wait. He will have been waiting for more than 2 hours when he finally gets to meet the band. If I were this guy, I would not be happy, okay? I know bands are busy and all this stuff or whatever, but, I mean, come on. Let's have a little respect for the fans, especially the VIPs that buy extra. All right. Future perfect versus future perfect continuous. When do you use each one? That can be really confusing. When are we going to use each one? If there's no duration of time, a duration meaning from this time to that time, a specific period of time, most native speakers use future perfect continuous. That's true. I can tell you that as a native speaker. So if we don't have like 8:30 to 6:30 to 8:30 or whatever, or we're talking about the movie, we got to leave the house, we're not going to talk about a specific time, but we know we're late, we're going to say, we will have been waiting for the movie to start before we even get there, okay? So let's see. There's a small difference in meaning between the two, so it's really important. If you think you could use either future perfect or future perfect continuous, you need to think about the implications of the small or slight difference in meaning. He will be tired because he will be studying so hard. He will be tired because he will be studying so hard. So, you might say, hey, let's watch a movie later when John gets home. But your friend goes, he will be tired though because he will be studying so hard. Okay, he will be studying so hard. I almost said he will have been studying so hard because that feels so natural to me as a native speaker. Let's look at the difference here. That implies no break in action. So let's imagine John's been in his room studying, or John's been at the library studying, and he's studying just all day. So hard, no break in the action. That implies no break in the action. He will be studying. Okay. He will be tired because he will have been studying so hard. What's the difference here? There's a possibility with will have been studying that he took breaks, but it doesn't mean he's not still doing the action very hard and he's not, putting all of his effort into it. It just means there could have been a break. But if it's will be gerund, it implies there's no break. There could have been a break or stop in the action being done. Or maybe you're talking about a longer period of time with the first one. He will be studying so hard when he's in university. So the whole time that he's in university, he's going to be studying really hard. Or he will be tired because he will have been studying so hard today. That's what, to me, that would imply like more recent, more close to now. He will have been studying so hard today. Okay? I know these are tough and super confusing, but it's really important that you understand the slight differences here and the preference of the native speaker, because we are going to use future perfect continuous much more often. Okay, let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, questions with future tenses. Yes or no questions. Option 1. Will plus subject plus infinitive. Will plus subject plus infinitive. Will you go to the party later? Will you go to the party later? Simple future question, right? Will you go to the party later? Let's say it together. Will you go to the party later? I don't pronounce the T really hard. It's more like a D for me. Later? Okay. And then using question tags. Subject plus will plus infinitive. Plus won't plus subject. So remember, when you have a question tag, that's at the end of a sentence after a comma, and it's a negative to get a confirmation. You will go to the party later, won't you? You'll go to the party later, won't you? We're all going. Come on. It'll be fun. Okay? You'll go to the party later, won't you? You will go to the party later, won't you? We could say it in different tones of voice. But the point is that this part at the end, won't you, right here, sorry, this thing keeps popping up, won't you, is really the question tag to confirm. It's using the negative to confirm the positive, you will go, Okay? So we suggest a positive, you will go, or we suggest anything. It could be a negative. And then you confirm with the opposite. So he didn't go to the shop, did he? See, the did he is positive because we have to use the opposite to confirm what we said before. All right. The other way that we can ask questions in the future is with our 6 universal questions. Do you guys remember what they are? That's right. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Every language asks these questions in their own way. These are 6 universal questions. And you might say to yourself, teacher, how do I use these with future tenses? Well, I'm going to show you. Who, what, where, when, how, why. Take your question word plus will plus the subject plus infinitive. Or question word plus will plus infinitive plus subject. So what you can see there is you can switch around the subject and the infinitive at the end, no big deal. But you need your question word plus will first, always. Okay? So let's look at some examples. How will he get all those groceries home? How, question word, will, he, subject, get, infinitive. How will he get all those groceries home? Who will see the Christmas tree if it stays in the closet? Gotta take it out. Everybody can see it and celebrate together. Okay, question word, who will see, okay, infinitive verb, and then subject, the Christmas tree, if it stays in the closet. Gotta take it out. Okay, awesome. So real life situations. Who will be at the party? I have no idea. It's Mike's party. Ask Mike. She doesn't know. It's not her party. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go back, I'm going to review, and I'm going to ask you to write your own original sentences for each one of these, and I'm going to time you as usual, okay? Future tenses. You guys got this. Let's go back to slide number 2. We have future perfect continuous, and questions in future tenses. So, future perfect, will plus have plus the past participle. I'm not going to show you guys the examples. I'm going to ask you to please come up with your own original sentence for this, and we're going to take 2 minutes to do that, okay? 2 minutes. Starting now, I'm going to get the music on. Instrumental study. You can do this, guys. I can't wait to read your sentences. So, guys, you got those creative juices working? You're creating those awesome original sentences? I can't wait to see them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let me stop the music. So, what could we say? Let's look at our examples again. And I'm going to check your answers as we review these examples. The movie will have started before you arrive at the cinema. So, or the other thing is maybe you want to join this online class and the class starts at 3:30, but you can't arrive until 4 here with us online. The class will have started before you arrive on YouTube. That's okay, you're still welcome to be here, but you just need to remember that we already started. And you know what? The video stays here so you can rewatch the video anytime, which is great. Or you can say, maybe you want to see your friend for their birthday, and their birthday is March 10th, and today is April 2nd. They will have already celebrated their birthday by the time you see your friend. Okay? So I'm going to check some of the examples you guys put. I'm sure you did awesome as usual. But let's review the next part, future perfect continuous, and then I'm going to ask you guys to write an example sentence for that, okay? We use future perfect continuous to show that something will continue up until a particular point in time in the future. Will plus have plus been plus gerund. Okay, guys? I'm your cheerleader. Go team! Go SEDA College Online Live team! You guys can do this. Take the formula, will plus have plus been plus gerund, and write an original sentence for me here, guys. I cannot wait to see your answers. Put the timer on. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Or no, 2 minutes. That works out well. Ask me your questions, guys, too. If you're confused about anything or you want to write a sentence and you're not sure if it's correct, just write it anyway. I'll correct it for you. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. I'm here for you. And I think I said this in the beginning too, if there's anything that you have a burning desire to know and understand, please ask me, guys. Let me know if there's any subject that you're interested in. I can try to create some lessons around that for you too. It's all about what you want and you need. So I will try to do what I can for all of you. Okay? Just let me know. Let's check the time. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Get the music off. I'm going to check your sentences. And let's remind ourselves, will plus have plus been plus gerund. He was told he would meet the band at 6:30 p.m. and now at 8:30 p.m. he is being told that the band is almost ready to see him. So the band manager is probably like, they'll be right out, buddy, don't worry. So if he meets them anytime after now, he will have been waiting for more than 2 hours. He will have been waiting for more than 2 hours when he finally gets to meet the band. Yep, it takes ages. So guys, I see some awesome answers that you've put down. I'm so happy to see you working so hard. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Even on a Friday. Woo, woo. Good job. Okay. So, let's all write examples this time using both future perfect and future perfect continuous for the same situation and try to talk about the small difference, okay? And decide what we think the difference is. So, if I said to you, he will be, or what about they will be happy because they will be having so much fun. They will be happy because they will be having so much fun. What's the difference between they will be happy because they will be having so much fun and they will be happy because they will have been having so much fun? What's the difference? What's the difference, guys? And I'm going to type this in the comments, okay, so you can see what I'm talking about. They will be happy because they will be having so much fun, or they will be happy because they will have been having so much fun. What's the difference, guys? You tell me. And write one sentence of your own in those two forms. So really you're writing two sentences. One in the future perfect and one in future perfect continuous, okay? So break those two down and tell me what you think the difference is between your sentences and the two that I just presented, okay? And I'll say them again. They will be happy because they will be having so much fun, and they will be happy because they will have been having so much fun. What's the difference, guys? You tell me. You tell me the answer because I know you know it. You got it inside your brain. Okay, that's not going to be a #1 top hit, but it's a song from me to you. Take your time, guys. 2 minutes, as usual, for this lesson. And tell me what you got. Tell me what you got. Show me what you got. I'm here for you. I can't wait to see your answers. I can't wait to help you and make corrections. I can't wait to say good job. You got it. Whoa. When your phone goes crazy in the middle of a lesson. Listen, it happens in real life too. Sometimes your phone just goes nuts. So, what's another one I can think of? She will be wearing glasses to help her see. Or, she will have been wearing glasses to help her see. What do you think's the difference? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So guys, I'm going to check and see what you have here. I am so happy to have been with you. Today we did awesome, basically. And before we go on to the question forms, I just want to say thank you for being here. Be proud of yourself. You're here doing something great for yourself. And anytime you come to SEDA College online classes and study with all of us and interact with your classmates and myself, you are doing something great for you. So now what I'm going to ask you to do before we go into the questions, comment on another student's comment. So if another student answered me or they put up their own forms of questions for the 2 examples I just asked for, comment. Say something to one of the other students. Interact with each other, guys, because that's the part we miss so much when we study online. We need that interaction with each other. Take a moment now to say something to one of the other classmates while I review the questions with future tenses. So yes or no questions. Will plus subject plus infinitive. Will you go to the party later? Using question tags. Subject plus will plus infinitive. Plus won't plus subject. You will go to the party later, won't you? 6 universal questions in the future. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. Question word plus will plus subject plus infinitive. Or question word plus will plus infinitive plus subject. How will he get all those groceries home? Who will see the Christmas tree if it stays in the closet? So take a minute, guys, now that you've commented on someone else's, and I'm going to interact with all of you, create a sentence either using the 6 universal questions in the future or simple future and question tags. All right? Take a minute to do that. I'm going to give you another minute or 2 minutes. And we are going to finish up after that, and you guys have done great. Super, super awesome. Let's go back to the previous slide, give you that information. Okay. I wish I could play other, like, more high energy music with you guys, but there's that thing called licensing. And the great thing about classical music is, rest in peace, all the composers mostly are passed away. So we don't have to worry about licensing. And it's beautiful, and it's good for your brain. But yeah, I have some other songs that I really love to, like, get pumped up with you, but unfortunately can't use them, so we're making the best of what we have. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what you guys have for future tenses questions. All right, let me just see. Put this back up here for you. How many people used question tags? How many people did 6 universal questions? How much interaction do you guys have with each other? Everything looks really good right now. And you know what? This video will be up here for later. So if you can't comment and interact now, you can write things down in your notebook and do your best. But if you can get here with us live and comment and interact with us, guys, that's just the best. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your hard work. Again, I'm going to remind you of the real life situation. Who will be at the party? I have no idea. It's Mike's party. And what type of question is that? Who will be at the party? That's a simple future question, right? Question word will plus verb infinitive. Question word will, verb infinitive. Awesome. Okay, guys, thank you so much again for joining us. Don't forget, we have all kinds of really cool stuff at SEDA College Online. If you want to check out our other courses and things we have on there for the subscription, we also have tons more videos on YouTube, and we have our awesome podcast on Spotify. I'm going to be recording a new podcast soon, so stay tuned. Keep your ears open. Thank you for joining us. I'm Teacher Lydia. This is SEDA College Online Live Class, and peace out.